Collargate, Doggate, Dogapalooza, Dogorama. Yes, we are circling back once again to Hasan violently assassinating his dog. Oh my god, it never ends. Why does Hasan do this? Why would Hasan do this? What is wrong with him? Why does he attack the dog? Why does he shock the dog? What is going on with this? God damn it, Hasan. What is wrong with you? Should Larry come in for this dog gate? No. Leave, get Larry out of here. Leave Larry. No Larry. Okay. All right. Anyways, so I was talking about this a little bit earlier, but I would like to just kind of put this into a nice little bundle. So let's just bring it up once again, okay? So recently, one of the largest commentary channels on the internet made a video about Collargate, Doggate, whatever you want to call it, that is moist critical. And Hasan had a little bit to say about this, to think about this situation. Let's see what he says.
Direction of Moist, if I were you, to be honest. I mean, he put his fucking flag on the, he put his stake on this, okay? He was like, oh, enough people shit on him. It's good enough. It's like obviously not a, it's obviously, no matter how fucking made up a narrative it is, if a clip looks bad enough, then he will go with it. And he will just use these guys, all these guys fucking do is basically farm Reddit for talking points. And Reddit can so easily be botted and manipulated. And I don't think we're ever going to get ahead of that. There's just nothing we can do. Bro, he said you're abusing Kyle. Like, no way, fuck him. Yeah, I mean, if he thinks that he can suck my dick. Weird how quiet he was about literal pedophilia in certain communities. I mean, it took him 2 years to fucking come out and be like, yeah, the genocide is happening and it's really fucking bad, actually. So Charlie's been on a good streak lately. He genuinely cares about dogs. He talks about how much he cares about dogs and pets all the time. So do I, dumb fuck. That's the reason why I'm fucking pissed off. That's the reason why I'm fucking annoyed. He could just like unironically reach out and be like, hey, what's going on here?
Do you understand how bad that is, that he's putting out to the world? Like, hey, anyone who wants to make content about me, who's part of like the creator ecosystem, has to reach out to me first. I mean, that's the same kind of bullshit reporting that led to people like Bill Cosby being able to do all the terrible things he did for so long. Like, I don't know if you know about that story, and I guess it's kind of out there a little bit, but that's specifically why Bill Cosby was allowed to get away with abusing and raping so many women with the Spanish fly, you know? Is that whenever any of these stories would get out, they would try to bring it out to news organizations, and the news organizations would immediately take that story and go to Bill Cosby or Bill Cosby's team, and then he would say, oh, no, that didn't happen. Kill that story. Here's an exclusive interview with me, and you can post that instead. That's the kind of old school media landscape that new school or new media was trying to destroy and trying to remove. That kind of like backhanded deals, backhanded removal of stories to maintain someone's reputation online or otherwise. And that's such a slimy, disgusting thing. It really is, you know? It's so terrible. The fact of the matter is this: people should be allowed to talk about anything. People should be allowed to discuss anything. People shouldn't be worried about, oh, I need to discuss this with this person first. I mean, it's very clear what happened. And the story has changed multiple times. And, you know, now it's not just, oh, the story has changed. It's not just that. It's that if you have a different opinion than him, then, well, you know, it's a far-right pro-Israel slander campaign, you know? You know, what are you talking about? Nothing happened. And if it did, it wasn't that bad. And anyways, anyone who says that something happened, well, guess what? It's you're pro far right, or you're pro Israel, or any of this stuff. It's just so crazy. It really is. And then, of course, they tried to push the blame about anything onto other issues by saying, oh, how dare you care about this issue when there's all these other things going on, like Valkyrie online saying, I can verify that Kai is most loved and spoiled and just the most well-trained and biggest, best big baby. You would think this kind of outrage you would have seen towards a genocide. Why are you caring about this dog getting abused? There's genocide going on. Priorities in this world aren't where they should be. Guys, ignore anything I don't want you talking about because it's not politically beneficial to me. What about the genocide going on, guys? What about this? What about that? Isn't that crazy? Like, what seriously, what is wrong with you? And of course, Valkyrie responded or continued on with this, you know, in response to everyone being very upset with that comment. Fuck ICE, fuck this genocide, fuck pedos, fuck animal abuse, free Palestine, and congrats Jason for hitting 100K subs. Okay, great comments. Really great. I feel like that's a huge problem when we give people like Valkyrie all the fame and notoriety in order to talk about these issues and somehow put value on what they're saying, right? Anyways, directly after saying that, let's see what yet another influencer has to say about this. Los Apoyos TV, which apparently is not a chicken place with very spicy chicken or anything like that, says, this is so nasty, trying to fool and manipulate everyone by making up that the reason people hate you and want that dog rescued is because they're right or pro-Israel. He's literally using the deaths of thousands of innocent people as a way to defend himself. Sick fuck. I mean, Mr. Chicken Man is completely right, you know? It really is insane to be using a genocide or the deaths of people in order to take away blame from yourself, you know. But it is part of the playbook, you know, to ignore anything happening to you and say, how dare you care about me doing anything when there's all these other issues going on. But I think that there has been a little bit of a pattern when it comes to Hasan, you know, and what he thinks about dogs, how he treats dogs. Here's a little old clip about Hasan and dogs.
That you are taking care of, you have an animal that you are taking care of. You have a literal fucking slave. And not just like a slave, but you have a literal fucking slave that you shackle, okay, every fucking day, pull from their neck and take him wherever the fuck you want to take him to. And on top of that, you fucking neuter your slave. So your slave can't have more slaves. And you have the slave for just personal consumption, like making yourself feel better.
Yeah, this man is absolutely sick. This man is sick in the head. This guy has serious problems, serious issues. But here's the problem is that he has a whole horde, a loyal fan base that are rabidly supporting him and refuse to listen to any sort of criticism about him, because anyone who's criticizing Hasan, well, they must be far right. They must be a fascist. They must be pro-Israel. They must be pro-genocide. They must be all those things, because anyone who criticizes Hasan, well, they're just evil. They're just insane, right? And that's kind of the problem, you know. That's what the problem with today's society is, that people have become so tribalized, they're so set in their ways that they can't see a different opinion, because anything that is a different opinion to what they believe is seen as an attack on their very self, on their very personality, on their very worldview. You can't talk to someone to convince them of something else. You can't like change their mind about anything, because they're just so set in their ways. And that's really how people like Hasan and propagandists like Hasan are able to convince people that terrorists, you know, oh, they're not terrorists, they're just happy-go-lucky pirates, you know. They're just pirates doing their thing, you know. They're just good old boys, you know. They're just like anime cartoon characters, you know. It's crazy. It really is. But that's the pipeline to radicalization for a lot of these folks, and that's the huge issue there.